And we have with us a fine, fine gentleman, a man I have known it's too long, Mr.
Way too
Andy
long.
Fuhrman. Oh, my God.
Too much history here.
Yeah, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, buddy. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. And I know you're eager to play your music. Look at you're all ready to just hit the first note. Hey, why don't we just do that, and then we'll talk a bit.
Okay, sounds good to me, Richard. Good to see you again. Hey, we'd like to start off with a George Jones tune.
1, 2, 1.
Well, I've had choices since the day that I was born. There were voices that told me right from wrong. If I'd listened, no, I wouldn't be here today. Now I'm living and dying with the choices I've made. Well, I was tempted by an early age. I found I like drinking. Oh, but I never turned it down. There were loved ones, but I turned them all away. Now I'm living and dying with the choices I've made. Well, I've had choices since the day that I was born. There were voices that told me right from wrong. If I'd listened, no, I wouldn't be here today. Now I'm living and dying with the choices I've made. Yes, I'm paying for things that I've done. If I could go back, oh, Lord knows I'd run, but I'm still losing this game of life I played. Now I'm losing and dying with the choices I've made. Well, I've had choices since the day that I was born. There were voices that told me right from wrong. If I'd listened, no, I wouldn't be here today. Now I'm living and dying with the choices I've made. Well, I'm living and dying with the choices I've made.
Oh, yeah. So, Andy, you choose the song to sing, so there's got to be a choice that's important to you.
Well, I love some George Jones, you know.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, it's a good choice. It fits well with my voice. And yeah, you know, just had to pick out a couple of songs. We're getting ready for a show on Thursday night at Don Quixote's at 7:30 with these boys here. And, you know, this is one of the songs that we're playing. As a matter of fact, the next couple of songs that we have are also part of the song. So you're getting a preview of what's going on Thursday night.
That's Thursday, January 19th at Don Quixote's, and these folks are going to be with you?
Absolutely.
Who we got?
Harpin Jonny there.
Harpin Jonny.
On harp there.
Hi, folks.
Hey, man.
Everybody knows Harpin Jonny. We got Billy Rogers on drums.
Yeah.
We have Dan Frechette on guitar, dobro, mandolin. We've got Jerry Whitney on bass. And Patty Maxine will be sitting in with us also.
Oh, my gosh, the queen of...
And Cruise Control will be opening for us.
Yeah.
And also, I should mention, we have got funny girl Jacqueline Cabot, who will be emceeing the show and also doing a bit of comedy routine between the band setups. So.
Wow, where's she from? What's that about?
Well, she's living down, I want to say towards Monterey. I forgot exactly where, but she's living on Jim Seavey's ranch out there with the horses and all that stuff. But she actually lived in Brooklyn, so she and I have some kumbaya going here, you know, from the Brooklyn thing.
Oh, man.
But anyway, it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
it sounds like we're going to have a good turnout, too.
What do you got here? You got a song?
Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, here's a song I put together. It's sort of our response to actually Merle Haggard's Okie from Muskogee. I kind of changed it around for a Santa Cruz thing. So this is called Santa Cruz Local. And we'd like to play it for you now. Mm-hmm. Here we go.
All right. 1, 2, 1.
And y'all can sing along out there. It's going to become the Santa Cruz national anthem, I hope. We like to smoke marijuana here in Santa Cruz. We don't do other drugs like we done before. We get stoned and play our kind of music, picking tunes and singing all night long. We like hanging out and going to parties, making love with a friend or two. We like to wear our hair all long and shaggy. Guess what Merle says about us locals must be true. Here we go. And I'm proud to be a Santa Cruz local, a place where we smoke our homegrown weed. We don't need to go to no dispensary, 'cause we grow a hell lot more than we need. We're always wearing shorts, t-shirts, and flip-flops, shooting down Highway 1 to the beach, waxing up our boards and going surfing, skipping work when the swell is really sweet. Here we go, everyone. Well, I'm proud to be a Santa Cruz local. Everybody out there, sing along. A place where we smoke our homegrown weed. It's medicinal. We don't need to go to no dispensary, 'cause we grow a hell lot more than we need. Pick it, boys. We're always wearing shorts, t-shirts, and flip-flops, shooting down Highway 1 to the beach, waxing up our boards and going surfing, skipping work when the swell is really sweet. Come on, there's a sing-along. And I'm proud to be a Santa Cruz local, a place where we smoke our homegrown weed. We don't need to go to no dispensary, 'cause we grow a hell lot more than we need. One more time. And I'm proud to be a Santa Cruz local, a place where we smoke our homegrown weed. We don't need to go to no dispensary, 'cause we grow a hell lot more than we need. Where's that? In Santa Cruz, California, USA.
Oh, what a song. Quite a place. Yes, it is indeed.
I'm sure Merle would appreciate it.
He would. And you touched on things that are true about Santa Cruz. And if Santa Cruz loses his job, becomes a life coach. You know, I mean, that's what we do. That's what we do. That's the way we roll here. If you got one about Bagley, were you going to sing that song?
Yeah, well, I was hoping you were going to bring your banjo and we would have played together.
Well, I was going to, people just can't get enough of my banjo playing. It's amazing. Sleepy John gave me a review once my banjo playing. He said, Richard, listening to a banjo solo by you is like listening to a sneeze. You know it's coming, but there's nothing you can do to stop it. It's just...
I thought it would have been a good fit in this.
I play banjo. It's a Japanese instrument, and I play hip hop banjo. But next time, man, we'll do it because this song is about a place in Santa Cruz. Tell them about it.
Okay, well, this song is called Lone Star Peak, and originally it's in Bonnie Doon, behind the old fire station there on Martin, and back in the 40s, this guy Tex built this cabin. He lived there for quite a while and then fell into disrepair, and then Bill Bagley came along and he rebuilt it. And I know there's different variations to this story, but that's the way
I lived there. I lived in Tex's house, and bad LSD trips drove us away. And then the local authorities came with chainsaws and chopped his house to pieces. The house that Tex built, and you know what Bagley did? He came and took the pieces, and he built his little cabin out of those pieces.
Oh, is that how that worked?
Yeah.
Oh, he schlepped all that stuff up the hill like that?
Well, no, he used what the chopped up wood that they had done.
Oh, so Tex's house was bigger than what that cabin was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So Bagley lived there.
This great historian, Will Bagley.
Pedro Castro lived there. I moved in after Pedro.
Man. Well, this is a real true song of a place that exists, and we need to go to in mass to Lone Star Peak.
Yeah, I lived up there for a year and a half. No gas, no electricity, no water.
You lived there for a year and a half?
Yeah, no rent, no girlfriend.
Yeah.
That
kind of goes together with Lone Star Peak. Yeah.
But it was a great place to live. Great place to live.
Mountains of the Moon. Here we go.
Here we go. Lone Star Peak. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, I wandered to the shore half a billion miles or more just to find my soul was raging and a stirring. And I found just what I seek between the mountains and the creek in the loneliness of Lone Star Peak. There ain't no rent that I gotta pay, get my grits in the country way. City ways ain't no more the ways for me. I watched that sun on the Monterey Bay, found the place that I'm bound to stay. When I go on the Lone Star way. Now in the woods of Bonnie Doon, on the mountains of the moon, there's a cabin on top of a cliffside. And you search both far and wide to find the peace that there abides in the loneliness of Lone Star Peak. Well, honey, if you come with me, I'll take you to a place that's high and free, 1,800 feet above the sea. Perhaps you'll find love you seek and help this lonesome freak in the loneliness of Lone Star Peak. Well, now, honey, if you come with me, I'll take you to a place that's high and free, 1,800 feet above the sea. Perhaps you'll find love you seek and help this lonesome freak in the loneliness of Lone Star Peak. Now in the woods of Bonnie Doon, on the mountains of the moon, There's a cabin on top of a cliffside, and you search both far and wide to find the peace that there abides in the loneliness of Lone Star Peak. Take it, guys. Well, I was sitting on the top one day when two men come up to say, "Hey kid, you better get off, we're tearing it down." And they did. And then much to my surprise, a beautiful dream burst from my eyes in the loneliness of Lone Star Peak. Now in the woods of Bonnie Doon, on the mountains of the moon, there's a cabin on top of a cliffside, and you search both far and wide to find the peace that there abides in the loneliness of Lone Star Peak. Yodelay, 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 yodelay. Yodelay, 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 yodelay. Yodelay, yo.
Andy, too sweet, Fuhrman. Sweet. Yeah. So the last verse of that song had it. Two guys came up and told. That's what he's talking about. They chainsawed Texas house to pieces.
That was me. That was the second time that they.
You came up and kicked Bagley out.
No. Yeah, I was up there when the guys came up there and they told me to get off because they're going to tear it down. And I moved out, and then some guy moved in, and then while he moved in, they came up and tore the place down with all this stuff inside. Oh, man. Not that anybody ever had that much stuff inside.
I know, we didn't have stuff. Andy Fuhrman, you're awesome, and thank you guys for coming down here.
So much.
Oh my gosh, and boy, you're going to hear this and more down at Don Q's on Thursday, the 19th. What time are you kicking that off down there?
7:30. With,
Cruise Control.
Cruise Control's kicking off, and then we come on afterwards.
And it's going to be a folk down Brookabilly.
Brooklyn Billy.
Brooklyn Billy.
Yeah.
Andy Fuhrman, ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks
we
so
got.
much.